ADGT. It's a damn good time. A damn good time podcast. It's a damn good time.
You heard her first. It's a damn good time.
Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Steve Schaefer.
And I'm Cody Adams.
And this is a damn good time podcast. I didn't do shit! I didn't do fucking nothing. This is the Hangover Edition. This episode, we've never named a single episode, but we're naming this one the Hangover Edition, dude. 100%.
Not that we're hungover right now.
No.
We had ourselves a weekend last weekend.
Technically, I guess we are still kind of hungover. Like we're still carrying a lot of weight from the weekend we just had.
I feel like I'm 91% after that weekend.
Right. It was bananas. Bananas. I want to preface this. We're going to tell you some stories about Derek Keck's fucking bachelor party extravaganza in Put-in Bay, Ohio.
Bum, bum, bum.
It was great. It was great.
Yeah.
But I think we didn't go too hard because, here's what I wanted to preface this with before I started to get scatterbrained again.
Yeah.
Nobody got arrested.
Nope.
Nobody got in a fight.
Nope.
And nobody's not getting married and or going to be divorced after it.
Nope.
So we were very well-behaved gentlemen.
I mean, I tried on all three. No, I'm just kidding. Kidding.
We did our best. No. Yeah, we were all very, very well-behaved gentlemen.
Yeah.
I feel like we knocked that out of the park. For being a bunch of mid-30s pushing 40 motherfuckers, dude, like...
Yeah.
We did it. We did it, okay?
Are we middle-aged men now? Is that what you call us?
I don't know.
Or is that 40s when you're middle-aged?
Well, 40's the new... I don't know. They keep pushing middle age anymore. With modern-day technology, we could live to see 300. We're not even...
Easy.
We're not even at middle age yet.
Gene therapy they're coming out with now.
But for some mid to late 30s, we had... how old was Shane? He's over 40, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we had one guy over his 40s. I was the second oldest guy there.
Yes.
Almost 40.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of 30-somethings.
Yeah. And, me and Tyler, 37.
What was Dakota? Dakota's like a 20-something, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's a baby.
He's a young 20. Yeah. So we had a little bit of... We were all colors on the rainbow, man.
He had to come blast with the big boys.
Yeah. We were all colors of the age spectrum rainbow.
Yeah.
And it was a great fucking weekend.
It was a damn good time.
Dude, I had to drive a van on a boat.
And then back on a boat?
I started off with that. Like a good... Oh, you know what? Rewind. Started off with a beautiful trip at Grandpa's Cheese Barn.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody that does that stretch of highway, y'all have been... I mean, maybe not, but most of you have probably been up 250 going to Sandusky. You're going to go to Cedar Point. You're going to go see, what the great that area has to offer. And you see the big signs for Grandpa's Cheese Barn. And you think like, well, we don't need to stop there. Fucking stop there, dude. That shit was cherry, dude.
Stop the truck. Pull over. Yeah. Check it out.
Yeah, dude. We got cheese. We got socks. We got T-shirts. We got beef jerky.
They're giving out cheese samples like it's nothing.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Like it's nothing. So we got that's kind of our little meal break in a way.
That was like our brunch.
Yeah.
Or our lunch
or
whatever.
Some cheese, got some beef jerky. I was the only one that got a sandwich, but I shared it with everybody.
That's the only meal we ate that day.
Right, yeah. Not good. Not good, by the way.
We were leading into a Friday at Put-in Bay, and the only food stop we had was Grandpa's Cheese Barn.
One of my legs were wobbly at that
dude,
night.
and that panini you had, though. You had a Monte Cristo? Yeah. Oh, my God. That thing was so good.
It was busting.
So good.
Yeah, but so we started off, well, actually, we recorded, and we started off the weekend with me staying here at Steve's.
Yep.
And drinking.
Yep.
And then we'll go from that, ready to roll.
Yeah.
Ready to roll, though. We were like chomping at the bit, ready to roll.
Golden.
Packed up.
Golden like a shower.
Ready to pick everybody up, ready to go.
Yeah.
Made our way up with a car in tow behind us. Went up the old 250. You can take the interstate if you want, but going up the old 250 is a treat.
Yeah, because you get Grandpa's cheese barn.
It's that 2-lane highway that every country song sings about.
Yeah,
And you get
makes
Grandpa's
me want to
cheese barn.
take the back roads. Makes me want to hit Grandpa's cheese barn. Put a little cheese in my travel.
And there's a chocolate place there too.
Yeah,
if you're
like
into
sweeties.
that. I'm not into it, but
Yeah, we didn't eat. We're low carb.
we didn't go in there.
We're low carb, man. We gotta watch our figures.
Besides my microstone.
Yeah,
Which
it had like a little syrup on it.
a little powdered sugar.
Powdered sugar. That was the sweetness. Yeah.
I just was like hand feeding everybody with it. I want one bite and everyone took like a little bite.
A little nibble.
And I'm like, here's a second bite. And everyone's like, oh, there's a second bite involved?
Yeah.
Now I'm destroying this thing.
Because at first, like, because we went in, we toured, we didn't tour, but we walked around the cheese bar and had a couple samples of cheese. Everybody bought what they were going to bite. We come outside, and then Cody comes out with a sandwich. I was like, oh, my fuck, there's hot sandwiches involved in there? Like,
Yeah.
I didn't know we were going to do that. And then you're like, here, have a little nibble. And we're like, okay, a little taster. And then when we realized, like, oh, you got it for us to share, I feel like that's, like, because at first I thought it was just like Cody's like, yeah, I got a sandwich, you dumb fucks. You should have got a sandwich, but here, have a bite.
Well, I felt bad because nobody else got one. So I'm like,
Yeah.
well, now I know the rest of you heathens didn't
And
eat.
and it was like, it was more of a question of etiquette. Like, oh, yeah, sure. Oh, yeah, that's a delicious sandwich. Thanks for sharing that with me. And then it was like, no, I'm actually sharing this with you. And then the second bite was like way bigger.
But you know what? They gave me full rights to get into everybody's beef jerky they bought.
Yeah, yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
Even though mine's a lot cheaper. Like, hey, here's some beef jerky if you want a piece. Oh, now I get 6 pieces.
Yeah, so then like for the second leg of the trip, it was like the next hour and a half, it was just a bunch of beef jerky and like cheese samples. And that's even like Tyler, when you were passing around your sandwich, Tyler's passing around just
a quarter block of cheese.
a block of cheese, and everybody's just taking big old bites of dynamite dill cheese.
No worried about germs there. We were not.
And I remember he was asking, he's like, I got this dynamite dill. What makes it dynamite? And I'm like, well, I know it's dill. He's like, I know it's dill. It's obviously dill, but what makes it dynamite? I'm like, he's like, is it going to explode? And I will say, it was a blast of dill flavor, dude. That thing was so dilly. It was so good. Dilly, bro. It was so fucking good. That cheese was aces.
I feel like a destination trip, like, okay, on your way back, you're not stopping anywhere unless you get fast
you just
food.
need
or
to get
whatever.
home.
But on your way there,
Yeah.
put an extra hour in your travel.
Put a little gravel in your travel.
Put an extra hour in your travel.
Yeah.
And stop a couple places.
Stop
you
and
know?
see the
You never
sights.
know what you're going to see. You never know what you find.
I do that a lot for work travels too. Like, especially, well, because work travels, like I'm getting paid. So the trip out, like, it's a 7-hour trip. It's taking me 9 or something. It's a 6-hour drive. I'm taking 8 because I'm getting paid. But on the way back, it's like, I don't care about getting paid that extra. I just want to get fucking home. Same sense in even on a fun trip. It's like, we're taking our time. We're in no hurry.
Yeah, we'll get up there when we get up there.
We're in no hurry. We can check in when we want to fucking check in. Let's stop and get some cheese.
Yeah.
Trip home, though, you got to hurry. You know?
Yeah, I liked, I very much enjoyed that. We
Yeah.
almost stopped at another cheese bar. We said, no, let's get this.
That was a cheese haven.
Cheese haven.
Yeah.
But that was pretty close to our destination.
And
So
we had bellies full of cheese. We had no business getting more cheese.
yeah, but we would have.
We could have, but we had no business doing it.
And I just think it's nice, stop at little stores,
Yeah.
always. That was an operation. They had like 15 employees in that
Bro, yeah, it was dope. And then and then the bummer of it was like, as we were checking out, Tyler's like, is the grandpa in? And then the lady behind the counter's like, oh no, sadly he passed away like 4 months ago. And we're like, shit.
I didn't hear
You
that
didn't-
one.
you didn't catch
no,
that
I
part?
didn't hear that one. Oh, grandpa.
We were like, and then Tyler's like, I immediately regretted asking that question.
I am going to enjoy my 19-year-old cheddar that much
Oh,
more.
God, that 19-year-old chat. Yeah, because Grandpa fucking had a hand in making it.
No, he definitely made it.
That
he
was
made
his
it.
legacy before he passed. And I even asked the lady, I'm like, was there a new Grandpa? Like, there's got to be a rate of succession. And it turns out he only had daughters.
Oh, okay.
So they're wondering which outside non-bloodline grandpa to hand off the
There's
torch
a
to.
Karen in there somewhere too that she's gonna be a royal
She
sea bag. And
she
just
even
try to,
said,
like,
yeah, she even said like, well, there's a guy in mind, but they haven't announced it yet. And then it was funny because we had
women can make cheese too. What are you talking about?
we had to well, but it's not they'd have to rebrand to Grandma's Cheese Barn. They have to change all the T-shirts.
No, it would still be Grandpa's cheese because their grandpa made the cheese and they made the recipes.
But maybe they're still having all these questions in mind, right? And they haven't figured out it yet. But then I even brought up like, oh, so it's like because King got crowned over the weekend too. Like, so you guys just haven't had the coronation yet, right? So there's somebody in charge. Yeah, obviously there's somebody in charge, but we just we haven't crowned the new grandpa yet.
But I'd say if Grandpa's the OG, you keep it Grandpa's cheese.
Yeah.
Obviously going to probably because the marketing and everything would be insane to try to change.
Yeah.
But 2, it's Grandpa's legacy passed down to you.
Yeah.
If you go and mess around with that, and you rebrand,
yeah, I mean, because
then you make a mistake.
Let's even throw back to the royalty thing. Are they gonna say? Isn't the whole England song "God Save the Queen"? Do they have to change the lyrics to King now?
I don't know.
Or do they still just love that bitch?
They probably just change. That's pretty. That's one word. just change it out.
Grandma to grandpa's one letter.
It's so weird nowadays that there's still monarchy.
Right. How bizarre is that?
And everybody's behind that. Like the whole country's behind that. They're like, yeah, this is cool. Everything's going great over here.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Let's go overthrow it. Let's be the new kings. Because that's how monarchies work, right? You just go in and overthrow it, right?
Yeah, you can. I mean,
anybody could do that.
If the military gets pissed off and up at the government, they just roll up and be like, and then now you have a dictatorship.
Let's take it over. We have King Joe. We get King Joe. We'll coronate him.
Yeah. So I mean,
could happen. And then next election season will be King whoever we reelected. I don't know. Monarchies. At this point, I feel like they're just a figurehead. It's more about tradition.
Yeah.
Because there's other systems in play that kind of decide the rules and laws and shit.
I mean, and pretty much that's how the U.S. works too. But
yeah, I know.
Got a little more power, but that's about it.
And King Charles now, right? It was Prince Charles. Now he's King Charles. He just got coronated. Mm-hmm. It's not like. Well, it's been 4 or 5 days since. It's not like all of a sudden he's like, I'm reinstating prima nocta. They're like weird, wild, like old school traditions or anything. Prima nocta?
Yeah.
That's anybody that got married inside your kingdom the night before the wedding, he got to take their virginity.
Yeah.
This old school shit right there, dude.
There's a lot less people back then, I'm sure.
That's honestly...
Man, they'd be busy.
I wouldn't even be surprised, and I'm not going to take the time to Google this right now. But I wouldn't even be surprised if that was not a law that was still in place whenever Queen Elizabeth took over. Because she's been queen for fucking ever.
Forever.
Ever. Like, that was probably still a law when she took over.
Did she know how to make toast?
They all know how to make toast. No, she never had to make it.
But that's like a preference. Like, you need to get out because, like, if you can't push a button down, then
she's always had servants do it for her.
True.
But either way, let's get off of the king and queen. I don't know how monarchies work.
I don't know. I could go down a rabbit hole with that.
Let's go back to
the bachelor party. We were talking about.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That was on.
No, it's fine. Because
Kentucky Derby was on. I missed that whole thing.
I won $227, bro.
I hadn't even checked my account yet to see. I think I lost because you told me what horse
won. I picked top 2, man.
Nice.
I picked the top 2. That was part of the bachelor party. I picked the top 2. I was ready to give up because I couldn't figure out the app. I was too drunk to be putting in credit card information and shit.
Yeah.
And Tyler's like, no, bro. And so he was like, no, just pick that. And I'm like, and I mistyped my username twice or some shit, but I got it figured out. I picked 2 Phils to win and Mage to place. or show, not even place, but show. I wanted Mage to show and 2 fills to win. Turned out Mage won and 2 fills got second. So the 2 horses I put any money on got first and second. I just had the bets placed in the wrong fucking order. Like if it would have happened just flip flop, we're talking like a couple grand difference in my payout. Yeah, dude.
We'd been eating. Well, we did eat premium, but
yeah. We
didn't care anyways.
Right, you're right. I would have just been paying for every fucking thing for sure, dude.
Nah, I got this guy. It's fine.
But I was riding that fucking high, dude. I was riding that high for a minute.
Yeah, that's good. I fell asleep during that time. But
yeah, I tried to wake you up, but it was cool. I tried to wake Derek up, but me and Tyler tried to like. Tyler's like, we should go wake Derek up. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. It's calm and slow and easy.
Yeah.
And we come in, and Derek's sleeping like a frog. he was on his back with his heels and his toes pressed together with his knees out. And his yoga. Yeah. It was so adorable. He's just
so Derek.
Right, and we're like, hey, Derek, you want to come watch the Derby with us? He's like, no. Like, it wasn't even, like in your mind, you know how sweet of a boy Derek is. I fucking love Derek. You think almost you woke up like, hey guys, what's up? Yeah, we're gonna go watch the Derby. Like, oh, I just don't feel like it right now. We're just like, and he just looks at us. He goes, no, and just goes right back to sleep. I'm like, okay, we'll just leave him be. We'll leave him be.
Nobody touched me with a stick. Like, no, just let that mother sleep.
You came in amped up like 15 minutes before the Derby and then fell asleep on the couch. You're like, Cody, the Derby. And you were just like,
yeah.
But it was,
I don't have time for that, right?
Yeah, it was cool.
I need
that. That was even fucking day 2.
Yeah. That's day 2.
Day 1, we forgot to eat.
Yeah. It's rough.
And that turned into a problem.
I got wobbly legs.
Yeah. Cody had his sea legs.
Escorted back. I remember a lot of it. I fell down right in front of a cop car.
Yeah, and you even kept saying that. You're like, my memory's there. I remember all of it. My motor functions were just shot.
Yeah, I was like trying to walk straight, and I just go over to the left, over to the right. I'm like, no, stop. One leg after the other. Like I even told my escorts, like I started walking straight, and I'm like, you guys can go. I'll get back. It's fine.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, we're walking you back. I'm like, it's probably the right call.
Yeah.
Made it back. Went passed out.
Yeah.
Before anybody else.
Fell asleep with your feet dangling on the end of the bed.
Which is
face down, too. That's not good for your back.
No, it's probably not.
But then even
I feel like I was more tired, exhausted, nervous, anxiety.
Yeah,
a lot of things going on, and just like
we're on an island, a lawless island. No, there's still laws there, but it felt
like
like
a lot of laws.
Felt like
it's a lot of every Ohio law.
I think Aaron kept saying like, "Cause this is like a sovereign state, right?"
No,
like we're in the middle of international waters here, right? And like, no, it's still Ohio. Like,
I feel like cops might be a little more lenient because they want to be like. They want people to come there and party, and there's a lot of money that comes in that place that goes back into their pockets.
I keep talking about Scott Paris all the time, but that dude played everywhere on Put-in Bay, and I was telling him about our weekend adventures and shit. And he's like, "Yeah, dude, the cops up there don't give a shit as long as you're not being out of control.
Yeah,
you can stumble drunk, don't get in a golf cart, they'll hammer you for that.
Yeah,
don't get in fights, they'll hammer you for that. Past that." Just don't try not to, if you throw up on the street, let them know you're getting back home and they'll be cool with you. And he's like, literally, they'll arrest you for the night. No, you're not getting slapped with any convictions. You're not getting anything. You're just going to hang out in the drunk tank.
Yeah, you're going to go sleep in drunk tank.
And he's like, they're totally cool. Like, they're totally fucking cool with all that shit. I was like, all right, cool. Yeah. If it was Philly that we pulled some of our antics in, we might have got arrested or something.
Oh, no, I would have been totally. If I fell down right in front of a cop, I'd be like, no, we're taking this guy in.
Yeah, public intox, you're fucked.
Yeah, he's done.
And then we never tested the boundaries, but I saw signs everywhere for no open containers. So we made sure of that, because I remember even a couple people were like, well, can I just take? I'm like, we've seen signs for this.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Just don't. Let's not test the waters.
Yeah.
But still, yeah, then that night, then even we had a little rally because there's a girl that Tyler was talking to, to put it lightly, that ended up showing at a bar at the bachelorette party. So we ended up hanging out there and shit. Like, and I felt like we as a group of men were doing pretty good at entertaining these women and shit, and it was cool and stuff.
I was sleeping.
I get music in my bones. I gotta dance too. Like,
I gotta dance about it.
But then, so then we didn't eat anything that day.
Right.
Got a little crazy, but nothing, like, still in the broad spectrums of crazy.
Yeah, and then
we were probably timid fucking little bitches, honestly.
Yeah, but we drank more than a normal man.
Yeah.
I mean, and Saturday we had some bloodies. We had a good time. Morning.
We remembered to eat. We remembered to eat Saturday.
We went out for breakfast.
Yep.
Lunchtime, I grilled up a bunch of burgers.
A bunch of raw burgers.
The mid-rare burgers. Yes.
Yeah. The way God intended them to be.
Yeah. Fuck you, Shane. They were not raw.
I wasn't going to call him out, but like someone in the crew didn't like the fact.
I don't think he's going to listen, but if he does.
Yeah, fuck you, Shane.
Those were mid-rare.
Burgers are they're meant to fuck like that, bro.
Yeah. It's a good burger, too. Those good
burgers. Were delicious.
I gave some to our neighbors, and they were like, those are banging. They gave us some dry-ass ribs.
Oh, my God. I almost forgot about the fucking dry-ass ribs.
Dry-ass ribs, yeah.
Who the fuck were I want to go find those people and slap in the face.
Well, hopefully we didn't give them stickers.
Oh, no, I hope. Because if you're listening to this, neighbors that gave us.
Yeah, your boneless pork ribs were dry. I mean,
yeah, they were the country-style ribs, right? Because there was no bone in them.
Right.
It was just dry bricks of pork.
Yeah, with some sloss.
I don't know.
Sloss.
I don't know.
But they were talking them up like they were heaven.
I wouldn't even.
Oh, yeah, I'll try them.
I don't know if I'd even contribute to overcooking. Well, there's probably a little overcooking, but I feel like they over-marinated them and it super soaked all the moisture out of them.
They probably had either citrus or something that's
and then
sodium in there that
because like
took the juice out of them.
It sucked the moisture out of my mouth to eat it. Yeah. Even fucking like one of the guys in our party, Aaron, he took a bite of it and immediately like chewed it for like 2 seconds and then spit it out in the trash. I tried to muscle through it. I'm like, I guess these were okay, but they fucking suck.
I tried to be like, it's not that bad, guys, but it was bad.
This wasn't in front of their faces, though. We didn't do anything in their faces.
They got to eat my burgers, and they were like, oh, these are amazing.
Yeah.
These are amazing.
But no, like that, Aaron fucking spit it right in the trash. Rightfully so. I should have done that. I fucked up by continuing to eat it. Like, it was bad.
Me and you growed up some burgers.
I wasn't even involved in that.
Wait, who helped me out?
Shane.
Oh, that's right.
Shane.
He's like, he's probably like, don't pull those off. I'm like, no, they're perfect. Right?
Yeah. Shane helped you out with that. I had no part in that. I was somewhere else.
And then we had a little pool time. I sat in the hot tub for a little
hot tub time.
Getting ready for the Derby. But anyways, all in all. And then Sunday was
a blast.
Saturday was good fun. We went out to bars, did some stuff.
Yeah. I saw.
I became that guy. But that's fine.
I saw Ashley Moffat. I don't know if she listens to the podcast, but if you're listening, I see you, girl. It was awesome running into you. This chick that I hung out with when I was like 8 years old. Like, my grandma raised us on 9th Street Southeast in Philly, and her parents lived next door. Like, we were childhood fucking chums, dude. Like, we were in the treehouse and shit, everything. It just happened to run in her out of nowhere. It's like, what the fuck is this? Dude, it was so surreal. It was crazy. But hey, if you're listening, it was awesome seeing you. But I don't even know if you listen to my podcast or not.
Anybody when I was blackout drunk.
Well, I was the only person I ran into that I knew. And then, then we make it back Sunday morning. Half the crew leaves. It's just me, you, and Derek.
Yeah.
And then, but even preface that, Saturday we got to see the geode cave.
Geode cave, boy.
Yeah, the world's largest geode is there in Put-in Bay. And
a cave of geoids. It's not the largest geoid.
No, it's the single largest geode.
Is that? Oh, so okay, because we were inside.
We were inside of it.
Inside.
You weren't listening to the tour, were you?
No, not really.
So they found this. They found this bitch.
I was drinking the water to see
you
if I
were
get
touching the
superpowers.
crystals when they literally told you not to touch the crystals.
No, I did not do that.
You told us afterwards that you did it.
Okay, I did. And I tasted the water because I thought I'd get superpowers.
I harvested. So we had a pitcher of sangria because it's attached to a winery. We had a pitcher of sangria, and they let us keep this little plastic pitcher. And I was collecting drops, and I kept trying. I missed all but one. I got one drop that we all ceremoniously dumped a bunch of beer into, and then we shared that beer later that day. That's where we harvested all of our energy. But no, so we saw
didn't work.
we saw this, the world's largest geode that's ever been discovered, and they did it on accident because they were drilling a water well for the winery. And I was telling a story to my kids, and so Henry's like, "So wait, a bunch of alcoholics found it because they needed more booze?" I'm like, kinda, yeah.
That's awesome. They needed more. No, they just need water for the booze.
It was a whole mistake. They were trying to drill. They were trying to find water to support the water the winery. And he's like, so a bunch of alcoholics. Like, thanks for breaking it down like that, you dick. But
just because you drink wine doesn't mean you're an alcoholic.
that's what I told him too. I'm like, no, it's just people trying to appreciate their craft. Just because they make beer or make wine doesn't mean they're alcoholics.
They're not like us on a bachelor party.
And then he's like, he's a fucking 11-year-old sassy ass 18-year-old teen now. 11 going on 18. He's like, oh, okay, Dad.
Right,
I'm like, shut up. You don't know shit. Well, you walk through it and you tell me that was a mistake.
It's pretty cool though. It was pretty awesome to see it. And if you're super tall, you might not want to be down there.
Yeah,
you'd be hunched over a lot. But
or if you're claustrophobic, don't do that shit.
Oh yeah,
because you're kind of stuck in there.
Damn musty cave full of geoids.
It was fucking dope, dude. And then we came out and got a couple bottles of wine, had some wine around a picnic table out back.
Picture sangria.
Yeah. Well, we had the sangria before we went in, wine on the way out.
Oh, that's right.
And then, and then everything else Saturday night. Sunday, we lost half the crew. It was me, you, and the Bachelor himself.
Yeah.
And then we did the butterfly cave.
Mm-hmm.
We did some putt-putting.
First one the butterfly landed on.
Yeah.
Right here.
They kept telling us,
even though I'm an angry person, when I get wasted, a butterfly still has so much.
Yeah.
Maybe he's like, hey, man.
This guy needs a spirit washed.
You need to shut the fuck up sometimes.
No, what the butterfly did, the butterfly sensed you were stressed, right?
Yeah.
And the butterflies only live for like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And I feel like that butterfly's like, you know what? I'm going to land on this guy's shoulder. Help wash away some of this stress.
De-stress.
Butterfly's like, I only got so much longer on this life. Let me take some of that stress from you and get it away and then flutter away. Just flutter your stress away.
He's just like, man, he's got 2 1.5+ year olds.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to do his job, deal with his house.
Yeah.
He just
planned this whole perfect weekend.
And like, yeah, which that was kind of a cluster. But anyways.
It was perfectly planned.
But it ended up perfect. So
It was perfectly planned. We just forgot to eat every once in a while.
yeah. Butterfly's like, hey, let me lick you. And I'm like, he's biting me. Smash him.
You did say that. I'm like, you can't feel that. I'm like, oh, I see it. I'm like, it's not biting you. It's like a tongue. It's like a big tongue.
He's licking me with his tongue.
It was also like 90 fucking degrees in that thing, too.
It's warm as shit.
So we're in there just sweating out beer.
Yeah.
And
some beautiful hippie lady's talking. I was just like, oh, yeah, we do this. We're asking all these questions.
Yeah.
Like, we were perfect gentlemen in there.
She was a
perfect
beautiful soul.
gentleman.
She was a very nice lady.
She was a very nice lady.
Very beautiful soul.
Yeah.
Like,
we donated heavily to that butterfly house, by the way.
yeah.
Whole $6. But anyways, doesn't matter. It was pretty serene. They had a little garden set up in there, and you get the butterflies, you know.
Very zen.
But it's
Super
kind of
zen.
crazy when you think about that when they're like, oh, the butterflies only live for like this many days.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, shit.
They get them shipped in
sucks.
from like Nicaragua or something. I forget that country.
Well, I think she said multiple places or something, but
Yeah, probably a couple
most
different
of
ones.
one, but either way, it was kind of like, yeah, these things only last for like a few
pretty
days.
ass butterflies. True beauty only lasts so long.
Oh, yeah. That's it.
That's
They
it.
come out of cocoon and then
Hey man, what's that song? It says better burn out than to fade away.
when they're
Butterflies
shitty,
burn out.
when they're shitty caterpillars before they do that?
They get in their chrysalis.
Step on that thing. No, I'm just kidding.
They get their caterpillars and they turn into goop in the middle of a chrysalis and they come out as beautiful.
The only like weird, like the real spiny ones that are like brown and black. Those things creep me out.
Caterpillars?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
the
a lot.
brown and black ones that are like.
Those are the woolly bears.
The woolly bears, yeah.
The woolly bears. I don't know if they turn into moths or caterpillars, but those are the ones in our region that tell us the amount of brown to black on them are supposed to tell us whether or not we're going to have a hard or soft winter.
I don't like them.
You don't like them?
They creep me out.
I don't want to touch them.
They got like spines sticking out of them.
Yeah. I feel like if I touch them,
shoot them in the face with a shotgun. Should be overkill.
Wow. Apparently, the butterfly didn't take all of your stress.
Let me take this away. Let me specify this. I've never killed one of them.
Right.
I've scooped them up and thrown them away if they're like in the house or something like that. I will specify that. But they're creepy to me.
Yeah. They're like your fern.
Yeah. It's not.
'Cause I hate ferns. Creep me out.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I really don't want any caterpillar really crawling on me. And, tree worms. Ooh, silkworms. Ooh, oh.
Dude, I love an inchworm. I let an inchworm go across my finger.
I think anything with a bunch of legs just creeps me out.
Yeah.
Spiders.
It's a good thing I only got 2.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Glad I only got 2.
2.5. No, I don't know. Sometimes some of that shit creeps me out.
Yeah, bugs are weird.
But if I sit there and study it, I'll be fine. But bugs are weird.
Just a surprise bug is weird, but if you sit there and study it and maybe you become his friend, you get a mind meld with it and okay, you're a cool bug.
It's always bizarre to think too that the population of bugs is 100,000 times more than humans.
Oh yeah.
That might be a low number.
Bugs
might
and
be
grass.
a low number.
Yeah.
They're living in the ground.
They outnumber us fucking 1,000,000 to 1.
They're doing better construction. Yeah. If that gamma ray hit and every bug got bigger than us, we're all dead.
Yeah. I mean,
we're
what?
all just food.
What classification of bug are you talking about? Are you talking just the 6 legs?
Go with ants.
Fucking ants alone, 1,000,000 to 1.
Yeah.
Easy.
And they can pick up shit 10 times their body weight.
Mm-hmm.
So all of a sudden they go this, which of course it would also explode the entire earth. But
yeah,
not practical. But they made movies about it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
They've made movies about every stupid shit you think of.
It can't not be half true if they haven't made a movie about it. I feel like.
Right.
But yeah, so then let's fast forward into Sunday. We were talking Sunday, we did Butterfly Cave, we did putting for free.
Little maze.
We did a maze.
You guys cheated on.
You cheated on it.
No, I went into the middle, got up on the observation tower. You guys went out the emergency exit.
That was no emergency exit. That was a real exit.
According to Derek, you guys went out the emergency exit.
Derek, you tell lies. That wasn't the...
According to Derek, you went out the emergency exit. But my goal was to get to that middle platform anyways. So I was having fun going to the middle platform.
Okay, I'm going to plead plausible deniability. If it was the emergency exit, I had no idea.
It was not. It was not. You went out the right exit.
Okay, cool.
But you did it way too fast.
I was even talking about the brick maze that was outside of a church.
Oh, yeah, you guys. I immediately was like, I'm
there was
walking
this whole
around this.
Intricate, beautiful stone labyrinth thing that took us maybe 5 minutes to walk through.
Yeah.
And me and Derek were following God's path through the labyrinth.
It was like a church maze, and it had a whole plaque, and it was like
we were following God's path, and then the devil got a hold of Cody, and I
just walked in the middle. I'm like, I'm done. And you guys continued to follow the whole thing.
The devil got.
I got some good pictures of that though. It was beautiful.
I got a video of me and Derek doing it, and then I look back and and there's Cody. The devil's got it.
The devil's got me already.
The devil got a hold of
I'm like,
Cody.
He's already raped me this weekend. It's fine.
Yeah. And then we did the putt, and then we went and got some good fucking steaks, dude.
We did. We got some good ribeyes.
Good steaks. Polish it off.
It was nice because we were the only 3 people in there, so I feel
we were the only 3 people on the fucking island.
On the island at that point in time, and I feel like at that point in time we went in there and we're like, "Hey, we want 3 ribeyes, a bottle of wine,
yeah,
and we're gonna spend some money,
yeah." this is the Monday after Cinco de Mayo weekend on Put-in Bay.
I feel like
Or no, that was Sunday.
the chef or cook or whoever was back there was like, I'm giving these guys 3 of the best fat boys I can
They
find
were really good.
because they were huge steaks.
Big old pile of broccoli there too.
Yeah, we all kind of mix around sides, right? Yeah, whatever. But
We
I
mixed
know.
around lunch.
oh, that's right.
Lunch was the mix around. Dinner was the
But it was still
Yeah,
delicious. We
still.
pounded some steaks.
because we went to lunch at this one place.
We're feeling good. We walk around the front of the island by the bay, take some pictures with some
Yeah.
statues.
Statues, dude.
You know, we got a bottle or two of wine in us.
Make it back to the resort.
And then we just kick open the front door. Nobody's around anymore. Blasting music.
Sitting on the front porch.
We should be going to bed at this point.
Well, it was like 8, 9. It was sundown,
It's
like 9, 10
7
o'clock.
8
Yeah.
o'clock, yeah.
And so we're still keeping the party alive, and we were the only ones in the resort partying.
Yeah. We were the only ones in the resort.
Literally.
There was not one other single
We're
car.
not even exaggerating.
There's not one other car, one other light on in a room.
Yeah.
We're just sitting in the front porch. I was smoking a cigar,
Yeah.
just enjoying ourselves.
Living our fucking best life, dude.
I would say it was my favorite night because it's the only night I remember.
I'd say, I don't know. It was my favorite low-key night.
Yeah, it's definitely more low key for sure.
It was my favorite low-key night. I had a more favorite high-key night. I have favorite nights for different moments, and it's so crazy. Like I kept saying this. It's like everything hit perfectly. Like the way it timed out. Like that high-key night was good because it was the high-key night. Everything hit the way it should on a high-key night. That low-key day night hit perfectly because that's exactly how it should have hit.
Right.
And a low-key day night situation. Like it all just timed out perfectly. It was amazing. It was exactly what I needed with my boys. Like it was dope. And then Monday sucked.
Oh, the drive back.
Yeah. Just searing hangover anxiety. Going through the little shaky withdrawal shit. Like this is why you shouldn't drink too hard over the weekends because the hangover sucks. But I don't even want to get into that. I don't even want to overshadow how good this weekend was with the fact that Monday sucked. You know.
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking about this bachelor party
Fucking
now
great.
for an extensive amount of time, and if anybody wants to know how bachelor party goes,
50
that's
minutes.
how it goes.
like 40 to 50 minutes now we've been talking
This
about.
is Derek's hangover bachelor party story. that
Yeah,
we're
go
talking
see
about.
some fucking butterflies. Go see a geode.
This is we should put Put-in Bay in the title too, because this is the Put-in Bay experience.
I already forgot.
We just
what we're
ran
gonna
you through
title
it.
I already forgot what we're going to title it.
We just ran you through it.
Yep.
That's the experience we had. I was that guy during the party on 2 of the nights at least. But somebody had to be that guy.
Yeah.
And I stepped up. And I stepped up hard.
Somebody had to do it.
Yeah.
And on a that guy level, you weren't even that guy. You just got a little sloppy drunk.
But during the day, you know,
Yeah.
I was in control
Yeah.
of the food and what we were doing and planning and making sure shit was getting done.
Yeah.
And then when it came to the nighttime, I said, you know what?
He had to get rid of them stressors.
Turn down for what?
He had to get rid of them stressors. But it is cool because I feel like that island is built for that guy. Like even case in point, like we were moving from bar to bar, and we would go to walk into, and you were always leading the way. Like, let's go to this next bar. Let's go to this next bar.
Mhm.
You were leading the way and going to this next bar, and they just took one look at you and they're like, nope.
Oh, no. It's a Friday night when I was out stumbling, wobbly.
Oh,
like, drunk.
is the same bouncers? That's okay.
Yeah, then we tried to go back to the bar again, and I was soberish.
And they recognize you.
They're like, "No, you can't come back." And I'm like, "Fair enough."
And we
I just turned around and walked. I didn't argue. I'm like, "There's so many bars on this island."
The island accepted that.
I'm like, "Fair enough.
And
There's
it's
so many more
cool.
bars on this island."
You know, even fuck that bar. We went down to another one that had sand in it
I said, "We'll stop here because it's the closest one to us.
with the Mojito Bay.
Grab a drink. The Roundhouse Bar I got kicked out of.
Yeah.
I was like, we'll stop here again because we'll just grab a drink here and then we'll figure out where we're going to go the rest of the way because it was like kind of our closest bar going straight down our street.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, you're not allowed back in. And I'm like, that's fine.
Cool, man.
There's so many more bars
We'll take
that I have not been kicked out of yet.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's see if I can get kicked out
Then
of
because after that we wound up down at Mojito Bay, and that's the one that had sand, like it was whole beach fucking, it had the beach vibes and shit. Tyler took his shoes off and ran around the sand. He had zoomies like a cat.
Yeah.
Like it was super adorable. And then we ended up at another bar. Everybody kept saying it was a gay bar, but I didn't know if it was a gay bar.
I don't think so.
But then me and Derek, they were playing "Time of My Life," so
It doesn't matter if it was or not.
yeah, not that there's anything wrong with that. But they played "Time of My Life" from
the
Dirty
best time with
Dancing,
some
and
gay bars,
and I picked up Derek, and we did a little spin, which I couldn't get him over my head. In your mind, you think, Dirty Dancing. You just pick him up over your head and spin around once. That's hard.
I heard you landed it perfectly, but apparently
I didn't pick him up over my head.
You just had him high enough.
I got him to here, where his like butt cheeks. Well, basically where his dick was in my face. Right? I didn't have him over my head, but his dick was in my face.
Well, in Derek's mind, you nailed it.
Okay,
so
cool.
that's all that matters.
I want to figure out that girl's name. What's that girl's name?
Had the time of my life.
Dirty Dancing girl.
Oh, what's her name? Oh no, all I can think about
Jennifer Grey.
is Patrick Swayze ripping some guy's throat out in the middle of a river.
It's Jennifer. Yeah, it's Jennifer Grey.
There we go. Deep places again.
How much does she weigh?
A lot less than Derek does.
A lot. Yeah, I feel like I could have lifted Jennifer Grey over my head.
Don't get me wrong, Derek's a slender, skinny guy.
He's
But over the years, he's packed in a lot of muscle. A little bit of fat, but not as much.
He's not a big dude, but like still, that's like we're talking like 160 to 180 range at least, right?
Oh, I would say probably around 160, 170, probably 170. I'd say 170 is probably
Great
right
guess. Yeah. And that lifting, I mean,
it's awkward weight too.
You can get him up, but that's a lot of shoulder strength to get it up. So I couldn't get him up, but I still spun him, and the whole bar cheered. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
that's all you needed.
everybody circled around us, and they cheered when we did it. So it was fucking like landed it. You know, I didn't even have to get him over my head to land it.
That's all that matters.
Right. But so that, I mean, just little moments like that, like.
But if you would have landed even more, they would have lost their mind.
Yeah, that's a lot of weight. And to be that fucking drunk though, too, that's the other thing I was worried.
That's rough.
And then and that's the other thing too is like I kept worrying like, because if his momentum goes up, I didn't want it to go behind me. You know, like
there's
nothing like time on my. Now we're falling backwards.
There's nothing worse
Yeah.
than dropping a partner.
Right.
I remember my mother-in-law, for some reason, we were at a local bar around here, brew house. She wanted to dance with me. We were dancing, and like she wanted me to dip her or whatever. And I'm like, dip me, and I'm like,
yeah.
And I went for the dip, and then we just both ate shit on the ground. And I'm like,
yeah,
we laugh it off, but everybody's like, yeah.
I actually have a throwback to my own wedding.
Yeah,
with my lovely, beautiful wife, Sarah.
Oh,
I love her.
Never want that.
I love her so much. And she made me promise her that I wasn't going to dip her during the wedding because she didn't want to fall down and she didn't want to be that person. And I was like, okay, cool. And then during the wedding, our friend Sean St. Clair came down from Cleveland, talked her in to letting him dip her, and he dropped her. I was like, see? That's what happens when you don't trust the dipper.
Yeah.
Right? So then, I had a moment of betrayal. Oh, you're going to let him dip you? But this is what you get. You betray me, you get dropped.
You drop like a hot pocket.
Yeah, but no, I get that. Like, there's anytime you commit to the dip or anytime you commit to the lift, anytime somebody relies their weight and their balance on you to hold them
It's
up.
too scary for me.
It's stressful.
Yeah.
Very stressful.
Yeah. Like even at our wedding, I gave Steph like a micro dip. Like I did not full commit dip. I would not do it.
Yeah, like, so I was even been thinking, because I'm going to be one of the guys that walks in at Derek's wedding, and I'm walking behind, her name's Brooke Voser. I don't even know her, but I'm already like in my mind, like, how are we going to be the cool people to walk in? I'm like I could dip you, but then I'm like, should I even commit to that? Do I want that one stress on my head?
No.
But we could be so baller if I did it right.
It's kind of an intimate moment when you dip somebody, right? It's like, when I dip, you hit, we slip. When I put my hand up on your hip, we dip.
Yeah. You're thinking of that song.
No. But I feel like, I don't know. It's definitely
that one's a little more nitty gritty because it's like when I put mine, then you put yours. We dip down low and roll it, grind. Yeah. I know exactly what song you're talking about.
No, I'm kidding, but no, I would not commit to that with that, especially with a random, unless you had practice and you have one night rehearsal that we're gonna walk down the aisle and be like, what? And you're not even supposed to show them what you do.
Right. It's got to be a surprise.
Yeah.
And I'm not taking time out of my busy fucking schedule to meet up with this girl to practice our entrance.
Right.
It's really just going to be like model walk or gangster walk. Like
right.
Like, do you want to do elegant or like thug life party people? Like, that's it.
It's good enough.
What vibe you want? Like, I could do both.
Because who gives a shit?
Right. That's true. You're right.
At the end of the day, it's cool to be cool, but
it's always fun to capitalize on your moment.
Yeah. So people talk.
That's
about
your
you
moment,
more.
huh?
So people talk about you more than
But you don't want to be that. You don't want to be that person that's just like.
Yeah, it always feels good though to have like
stiff
everybody
and-
cheers for you.
Yeah.
Because you did something cool.
Yeah.
I feel like no matter what me and Steph do, I'm assuming I'm walking down with Steph. I haven't been told, but we're both in the wedding party, and why wouldn't
I don't know.
we? I don't know.
You might not. Depending on how you line up, you might not.
Yeah, I think we do. But
Oh, so okay, yeah. So walking down the aisle for the ceremony when it doesn't have to be a presentation, you might not be walking with her. But whenever they introduce the bridal party, I feel like they'll put you guys together.
100%,
Yeah, that seems more fitting. But because I know it's always a plan of like, since you're one of the best men, I don't know, like I don't know where Steph lands on the maid of honor, like the scale of her party.
Right.
Yeah, that's
No,
semantics.
I think I still got to run that down. I don't even know. I don't even know who I'm walking with.
I don't know who I'm walking with through the aisle, but Carrie did tell me when we were canoeing, because you guys weren't at canoeing. When we were canoeing,
Oh, I got 2 kids.
yeah, but when
Two
we were
new kids. Sorry,
when
You
we
got
were
2
doing
kids.
when we were doing the meet the bridal
Canoeing,
party
yeah.
canoeing party thing, Carrie did say, Steve, Brooke, you guys are walking beside each other.
So we're not to get into too many details, but
And then,
anyways,
but no, then of course, then my wife.
it is weird and awkward. It's like, well, what happens?
And then my wife already signed me up because my wife is like, oh, you'll have fun walking with him. He's cool with everything. And he's strong, so he could probably like lift you. I'm like, so that's why I'm already thinking.
That's why he's been working out. So it's like, shit, I was random bitch.
Yeah, my wife set me up for this like 8 months ago to like do something cool. So that's why I've been thinking about it.
Fuck, pop some flare
Thanks.
guns out.
Thanks, Sarah.
Sit that bitch. Pew, pew, pew.
And
Got
then
6 shooters, baby.
and we got shotguns. I don't know. I've got like 8 million ideas. None of them are good.
I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know. I'm walking with. Might be my wife. Might not.
I don't know, man.
I think my kids were
Well,
supposed to be
that's
in the
what the
wedding,
rehearsal dinner's
but
for.
We said no. We're not going to do that because, like, Jack and Charlotte trying to walk down the aisle
Yeah.
without us would be rough at this age.
Well, and that's why me and Tyler are being the flower boys too.
yeah.
I did kind of do a mild dry rehearsal with Tyler over our thing. I think we've got a great flower boy presentation ready. I'm still planning it out in my head, still thinking about it. We're doing the song is Enigma.
Well, you can't say too many deals here. We're not talking personally, Steve. This is still on. Anybody can hear it. So let's lock it down. We got a wedding.
Well, the husband and wife already know about it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. They had to know what song to tell the DJ. They had to know what song to tell the DJ.
You could call him.
So the song I can talk about.
Gotcha.
The song I can talk about, but it's going to be ultra sexy. So sexy. So sexy.
All right. I think we need to get off all this Bachelor.
Yeah, what else do you want to talk about?
I don't know. We just didn't feel like an hour of that.
Yeah, I did put some
do you have any notes or anything you want to talk about this week?
I
did. I have one.
Oh. One thing I want to say, one thing I did get to do whenever I was in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
I looked up the virtual simulator golf course thing. All right, I just wanted to go hit some balls. I don't like range. I like ranges, but I like the simulators because they actually tell me how far I hit.
Right.
I stumble into this place. It's attached to a golf course, and it's like a fucking gym. Full-blown gym. They got 6 simulators. I forget, they kept telling me the brand of this. Have you ever been on a Workman or something simulator? I'm like, no. But they got Alienware computers hooked up to these full fucking simulators and shit. Full on big display. Lots of money pumped in this place. Weights behind your back. And they're like, yeah, that guy over there, he's the flexibility coach. That guy over there is a strength and training coach. I'm like, what the fuck is this? They have gyms.
Get you golf on, baby.
A whole fucking gym wrapped around golf. Like, this is what I want.
That's a good idea.
I would love to fucking work out and be like, you know what, bro? Don't work on your bench so much. Work on your flies because it's more from shoulder strength and shit. And like, oh, you're looking a little too tight. Let's get in some flexibility and shit, right?
Right.
So I line up, and so a lot of times you go to the simulators, like, you guys got borrowed clubs, you got clubs, I can use them from out of town. I'm like, yeah, so they give you these rinky-dink bullshit fucking clubs that everybody's just slapped through and shit. These guys are like, oh, no, we got demo clubs. I'm like, what's that mean? They're like, you can try them out, but we're trying to sell them to you.
Gotcha.
Like, okay. So give me this fucking Callaway, this $600 driver.
Right.
Beautiful club. I want to post this picture. I'm going to show it to you right now. But I took a picture of this fucking reading, dude. 284 yards straight down the fucking pipe.
Slam her down the pipe, Beb.
284 yards.
Nice.
I've never hit that in my life. So then I'm like,
well, your clubs are shit.
My clubs are shit, yeah.
I know my driver's broken as well. So,
but still, like, we're talking 225 to 285. That's a huge difference. But then I started thinking, like, man, do they have the simulator juiced up? Do they got it juiced up a little bit to give you a little extra so they can sell you the fucking clubs? That I almost could fall prey to a good sales pitch? Because in my mind, like, oh, this club's the only thing keeping me from hitting 284. Like, I hit 225 on anything else. But this club hits me 284? Maybe that's where they make their money. We juice up the fucking...
True.
We juice up the simulator.
Well, it's hard to trust a virtual thing, right? When you're sitting in the mat.
I trust them more than my eyes whenever I'm hitting at signs that are 220 out. Well, I mean, sense, like...
But...
Here's another one. It showed me exactly where on the club I hit the ball, the flight path of my club going through, the attack range.
Well, was that one hit?
I was consistently I had some whiffers, right? And it recorded the whiffers. I top it and it's like, and it shows the ball go like 50 yards, bullshit yards. And so I do kind of trust it.
No, I mean, clubs have advanced a lot.
Yeah.
And they're within the legality of the PGA, and there's a reason there's new clubs that come out.
Yeah.
It's because they're a little bit better hitting the ball.
Yeah, and there's a reason you got Rory hitting fucking 300.
There's a reason Big Bertha's out there and, like, Callaways and Titleist. Like, they make clubs and they adjust them to be better.
Yeah.
And, of course, it started with old wooden clubs.
Yeah.
Probably hitting 100 yards if you're
I
lucky driving.
I saw something like one of the latest tours. Rory is hitting like 350 consistently, and they're like he shortened his shaft length by 2 inches.
Yeah.
350. Fuck my ass,
a long
dude.
way to the golf ball.
That's insane.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot in the clubs. There's
Yeah.
science in them.
Yeah, so I was wondering, is
My
it the
driver
club?
has something that rattles in it, so I know it's
Yeah.
not good.
That's why I was wondering if it was a club or if maybe they juiced up the simulators a little bit just to sell the club, or maybe a little bit of both. The club probably helped.
The club probably helps, but they might have juiced it by 5-10 yards.
But I was just astounded, and I even asked them,
if
like,
they juiced it by 5 yards, that would make sense because
Yeah.
like 5 yards, even if you're hitting 5 yards extra,
Oh, no.
people that are crazy are like,
yeah.
dude, I'm hitting 5 yards more with this club. That's great. Let me
even-
buy it.
I was just,
But they're not going to give you 20.
honestly just astounded by the whole principle of it. Like, and if you're a member of the golf club, you have free access to the gym, and then for a little extra fee, you get time on, you get designated time on the simulators per week, and you get time with the club pro. Like they have this whole fucking like system set up. I'm like, dude, like, and I asked him, like,
It's a cool idea.
I even asked him, like, do you have, or is this like a thing, like the world or around the nation? He's like, no, we're the first one. I'm like, get the fuck
That's
out
a
of here.
great idea.
Yeah, we need to start
Let's
one.
do it.
ADGT Golf Pros, baby. Dude.
Hey.
Golf gym. But yeah, no, I wanted to talk about that a little bit.
So yeah, let's
Yeah.
open like an empire of workout golf.
Yeah,
buildings.
dude, just get a bunch of buff boys swinging clubs, dude. That sounds dope.
And just sling like steaks out of there too.
Yeah, and I'm gonna revert back to that whole bachelor party weekend, dude. I can't even. I told Sarah, like, you girls should have had your party up on Put in Bay because there's so many buff dudes. I'm not even talking like dudes that were there visiting. The people working there, the dudes working there were fucking buff boys, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's like maybe
There's a good reason for that.
It's like I need to work out more and go
All
work
of
on
those
an
guys
island.
have multiple venereal disease. Wait, not venereal, but
Yeah.
STDs. Anyways,
VD, dude. They got VD for sure, 100%.
scared of that hot tub I dropped in already.
It's all chlorinated. It
Yeah.
sanitizes everything, and it's hot.
It was a damn good time bachelor party.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we just covered the whole thing
Yes,
right there. So if you're interested in how bachelor party and Put in Bay goes, that's pretty much it.
Yep.
As long as you're normal. Well,
As long
we're
as
not
you're
normal, but
as long as you're as cool as we are.
yeah, as long as you're cool as we are. Then
As long as as long as you are ready to have a damn good time, like
Yeah.
we did.
There's
but,
only one guy that needed walked home a couple times. But he was fine.
But he still had a damn good time.
He's fine.
And we had a damn good time walking him home.
I don't think so.
I do real quick. There's one when we went to breakfast that one morning. We look over and there's a Pepsi machine locked down. I'm like, did we do that? And we're like, I'm pretty sure we didn't do that. I'm like, all right. Like, as long as we weren't, And then I was like, some people just can't handle Vegas. but hey, bub.
Hey,
Did you have a damn good
I had a
time?
damn good time. Did you have a damn good
I
time?
had a damn
Finger
good time.
touch.
I love you, Cody.
Love you, buddy.
And we love you, the listener. And be sure to check in next week. Take this chance to click like and subscribe, all of that stuff. Put your little internet magic on it. And
Tell us what you thought. Tell us what, if you ever been to Put in Bay, did you have an experience like that?
let's hear your Put in Bay stories.
We'd
I would love
to hear
next week to
And you can
read-
private message that too if you want. We
Yeah.
won't talk about it if you want.
We'll
but-
keep names out. We'll keep names out and everything. Give us your Put in Bay stories. We'll recap on all your Put in Bay stories next week then if you got them.
Yeah.
But until then, have a damn good time. And
Damn good time.
we'll catch you next week.
Next week.
Cheers.